Brian Movie, from Dallas, from Nairobi, Kenya originally, but I stay in Dallas, Texas, that is.
My name is Alan Wamunga, but I popularly go by Alan Dub. The name Dub actually comes from the W of my last name, Wamunga. So back in high school, when you moved to the US, most Americans could never pronounce the last name. So one of my really good friends, Mike Williams, took the W and said Dub. That's how the name stuck. I moved here in 2002, March 25th.
My name's Dominic Hemme, or Domi Collector. Some people call me Dom. I go by different names for different people. Currently, I am the team principal for Shujaa Rally team. Obviously, that's an honor that I was bestowed on by my good friend Brian. I really don't have a lot of background in the road, but I'm looking to excel in it as well.
My motorsports journey started a while back. I think that was around 05, 04, when I met a really good friend of mine, my brother, the late Arthur Kinyanjui. And I used to help him with his old buggy when he started autocross, and that's what introduced me to motorsports.
I moved to the US on March 25th, 2002. It was 1 month before my birthday, my 18th birthday. So you probably figure out my age by now. Well, let's rewind it back to my parents. So my first name is Alan. I was actually named after a rally driver, Markku Allen from Finland. I've always loved speed. I love the thrill of speed. I remember watching Safari Rally in Kenya, going on the sidelines and just enjoying that thrill of vehicles passing at high speeds. As I got older and had the resources, I decided to experience the fast speeds.
My current role with Shujaa Rally team is team principal. This came about after discussions with my good friend Brian, who I've known for quite a while. I understood the dream that he had, and he wanted to see where I could fit in his dream or try to help him pursue his goal. And we tried out co-driving just as a thought, and in sitting down and looking at the race notes, I figured that wasn't gonna be it for me. So we decided to give me a different role that will align me with my skill sets. So I ended up being team principal. So far, it's a good challenge, right? It's a good challenge because team principal means that you're in charge of a lot of things and you're always in the background. So a lot of what we do is not always seen, but I personally take pride in making sure that we get our driver and co-driver ready for the rally. So kind of look at it like I am the one that brings the piano for the artist to play.
I've driven and navigated before. I've driven autocross in Kenya, and I've also driven in the Race of Champions in Kenya, and navigated in rallies also in Kenya with Arthur. So I could say I have a bit of both experience of driving and co-driving. The whole idea was, when I moved to the United States, was for me to progress into my motorsports, and was as soon as I started building a different car, not this car, I got into an accident and it became too expensive. So I put that on hold for like a couple of years until I got the funds to like jump into it, and I just decided to do it before it's too late. The biggest challenge is actually, I would say, is the fans. It's the cost of fans. I would like to say a big shout out to Innovative Toll Solutions. That's one of my main sponsors. They were able to make this dream come true. It's just the fans. Having motorsports, you have to have a lot of money to be able to succeed. The plans for Shujaa Rally team is to be able to grow and get other drivers, and also going back to Kenya and going across the world. Like, I want it to be a worldwide movement. So I'm not only going to be the driver, I have plans of getting other drivers in different countries and coming together and racing for Kenya out there. Our plans are at least to do 4 or 5 races. The 100 Acre Woods is a race that's coming up. We are gearing up for that, getting ready for that. We're probably gonna do Ojibwe. We're gonna do, I'm foreseeing about 4 or 5 races. I just don't know which ones yet, because of, I need to like plan that out with Texas Dave and my other guys at Rally Ready, the crew at Rally Ready. Big shout out to them. Those are very good friends of ours. As you can see, they're part of us. We're one family. I'm planning on getting the car that I have in Kenya rebuilt and rally ready for the WRC Safari Rally. If that's not going to happen this year, I'm really praying that I'll be able to do it next year. For sure, next year it's going to be done. This year it's a bit of a hit and miss because of the time schedule. I'll be building a Subaru in Kenya, but I also have plans on, I'm talking to somebody in Poland for an R5. So I'm kind of juggling and trying to think, should I take the R5 to Kenya or bring it here at for the ARA and take the Subaru to Kenya? I'm just still thinking on what I should do and juggle on that. My long-term goal and the car that I would prefer for me is a reliable car. It could be Subaru, it could be Ford. For now, I'm leaning on towards Subaru, but they already have a team. So I'd like to move over to Ford and see how they are. Talking to somebody, as I said, in Poland for an R5, so I'm juggling between all of that.
How did I get into rallying? I remember actually, I was in Dallas, I was doing my flight training about a year ago, chilling in the hotel board, just studying, and I got a call from Brian. And he's like, yo, Alan, how you doing? So I kind of thought maybe he knew I was in Dallas because he lives in Dallas. He wanted to link up for drinks or something. Then he was like, I think you'd make a good navigator for my rally team. If you're Kenyan, you already know a lot of people have stories about things they want to do, but they never really mature. But he sounded very serious that he wanted to start a rally team and he wanted me to be the navigator. So I told him, yes, I'm down to do it. I know we won't be millionaires from it, but it's something I'll be very interested. Down the line, a year later, the car was completed. I went to navigator school where I did my navigation training, and that's how I got into rallying. My training was fun. It was in Rally Ready. It was actually a Rally Ready. Shout out to Rally Ready. Really awesome guys in Dale, Texas. That's on the outskirts of Austin. It was fun. I was sitting on the passenger seat, the bunch of instructions, trying to figure out how to do the navigation while going at high speeds on a bumpy road. It was a nice experience, which I don't mind doing it again. It's very different, especially if you love speed, to be on the passenger side. We always have this thing about having control. So when you're in the passenger side, you are the control of the person driving. My first reaction when I saw the car, I was very perturbed. Well, one thing, at least it looked exactly the same on how I saw on the pictures and also on Instagram, but I was not prepared to how beautiful it sounded. The inside is nice. They did a very good job in modernizing or actually building the rally car. So it looks like he will serve his purpose.
My current role with Shujaa Rally team is team principal. This came about after discussions with my good friend Brian, who I've known for quite a while. I understood the dream that he had, and he wanted to see where I could fit in his dream or try to help him pursue his goal. And we tried out co-driving just as a thought, and in sitting down and looking at the race notes, I figured that wasn't going to be it for me. So we decided to give me a different role that will align me with my skill sets. So I ended up being team principal. So far, it's a good challenge, right? It's a good challenge because team principal means that you're in charge of a lot of things and you're always in the background. So a lot of what we do is not always seen, but I personally take pride in making sure that we get our driver and co-driver ready for the rally. So kind of look at it like I am the one that brings a piano for the artist to play. In my free time, away from Shujaa Rally team, I am a project manager. That's kind of what I do when I'm away from this team, and I'm also a future father, which is something that I'm excited about.
Yeah, you can follow us at shujaa.rally.team. That's on Instagram. We don't have Twitter yet because we're normally busy driving, so we don't tweet a lot. But yeah, you can follow us on shujaa.rally.team on Instagram for the fans who want to follow us. And there's also some really good merch that's coming out there to you if you need some merch. We have sweats, we have jackets, we have hats, we have everything for your rally needs and for your swag too. If you want to find out when we're racing, it would be easier for you to inbox us on our social media and we will let you know when we're racing.